Do you need to wash your rice before cooking? Growing up, I've always been taught that I have to wash my rice before I cook it. However, I heard people say they don't bother with washing at all. So which one is it? I researched the topic a little bit further and it turns out it depends. So without confusing anyone any further, let's dive in today's video. Why you should consider washing your rice. The biggest reason number one why people tell you to wash your rice is arsenic. Because arsenic can accumulate in the body over time and can increase the risk of certain diseases. One very important thing I want to note here is that although rice has more arsenic than other grains, there are maximum levels set by the contamination legislation on the amount of inorganic arsenic in rice and rice products. And these maximum levels are also regularly reviewed. The responsibility, however, of the arsenic content in rice is on the manufacturer because they have to ensure that their product is in a safe limit according to the guidelines. That aside, what can you personally do to reduce the arsenic levels in your rice? One way I found is to boil your rice similar that you would pasta. I mean, you have enough water during the cooking process that you can rinse and toss away after cooking. This method has shown that it can drop arsenic levels between 15 and 60% as it gets dumped in the drain. In my research, I found that brown rice tends to have more arsenic than white rice. However, I also want to say that I found some studies that indicate that the arsenic levels of the brown rice is less bioavailable than in the white rice. Additionally, I found that basmati rice from California, India, and Pakistan tend to have lower levels of arsenic than from other countries. Reason number two why you should consider washing your rice, and that has nothing to do with health and everything to do with the consistency of rice. If you wash your medium and long grain rice before you cook it, you remove excess starch, which makes the rice more fluffy and less sticky, meaning you have more separated grains, if that makes sense. On the other hand, there are some arguments to make that you shouldn't wash your rice, because similar to you washing away arsenic content is you wash away some of the nutrients, meaning you have less nutritious rice. However, at this point I also want to say that the amount of nutrients and minerals that you wash away are very minuscule and you can make up for it if you just eat your rice with vegetables and other healthy foods. So my personal verdict after researching this topic a little bit further is that A, I will continue to eat rice, and B, I will continue to wash my rice like my parents have taught me, simply because I know I can reduce the amount of arsenic, plus I like my rice to be fluffy. And I know the topic of how to cook rice is culturally very debated. One thing I'm curious though is how often do you eat rice? I personally have it at least 3 times a week, I'd say, if not more. Now if you learned something new in this video, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and feel free to check out my other videos as I think you'll find them equally interesting. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I see you in my next one. Take care. Bye!
7 hours driving on the highway.